Hello and welcome back. I am Chris with Marksman Shooting Sports in Westfield, Indiana, and you are watching Marksman TV. Today I wanted to highlight a few other firearm related content creators here on YouTube. Of course, 2020 and now 2021 have been a pretty interesting time, and I, like a lot of you, have been spending a lot of time on YouTube watching a lot of firearm related content. So I wanted to talk about some of the channels I have been enjoying more specifically over the past year. Also with a lot of this stuff going on social media platforms, I wanted to help build a little bit of solidarity and help boost and elevate some other YouTube channels as well. I know I'm not a very large channel myself, but anything we can do to help each other out is great, and also give you guys some great information or insight on other channels out there that you might not know about that I definitely think you will all enjoy. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it now. Okay, starting off in no particular order, we're going to start with the Mishikawa channel. This is a channel I've actually been watching for a long time. It's run by two friends, Mishikawa, or I believe his name is William, and Jay. The main focus of this channel is on military surplus type firearms or military firearms in general. I mean, everything from Mausers to Japanese Arisakas to FALs to AKs to M16s. That seems to be the main focal point. Now, that's what Mishikawa, I'm just going to call him Mishikawa, that's what Mishikawa really focuses on. Jay does a lot of the conversational type stuff on new production firearms, commercial firearms that are out there on the market, like PCCs. Between the two of them, the channel is a wealth of information. The interesting thing about this is Mishikawa himself is blind, and so he does these very long form videos, sometimes ranging up to an hour, talking about a very detailed topic like maybe the evolution of the German battle rifle from the late 1800s to today. And he'll do an entire talk of 8 different firearms that might take him an hour to complete without any edits. And he's blind, so you know he's not reading anything off screen. So just the fact that he has all of that information mentally stored over a variety of different firearms is just incredible to me, and really says that he is really in-depth and really interested in this topic. But if you were interested in the history and development of these certain firearms, I mean, again, it's like putting on an Audible book and really learning about this stuff. So I have always really enjoyed his channel. I've always learned a lot from it. And again, I think a lot of you could learn a lot of interesting thing about these firearms by going and checking him out. So anyway, that'll be the first one, the Mishikawa channel. Okay, the second channel I want to talk about, which follows along a similar vein but focuses more on modern firearm technology, would be Small Arms Solutions. So this channel is run by a married couple, Chris Bartacci and Heather Bartacci, who are located down in Texas. Now, the interesting thing is Chris Bartacci himself has a very long history with firearm exposure, especially in the more modern type thing with military applications. He himself was in the military. He's done contractor work with other militaries around the world. He's worked in forensics with law enforcement. So he has a very extensive personal history with firearms, and his experiences come through when he does firearm reviews. So not only will he give historical context on certain things like the M16 or an HK416 or whatever, a Glock 19, he can actually also back that up with personal experiences as he's applied those through either military training or military application or law enforcement and forensic use. They also do a series on crime scene firearms, again, stemming from his experience in criminal labs. Also, they do live streams where they do Q&A segments, and they are really good about answering very technical and very difficult questions. And again, he doesn't have to reference anything. He just says all this stuff from memory. I should also, point out that he has also written a book, Black Rifle 2, and done military manuals, which have been featured and published in different locations. So, really huge, tremendous wealth of knowledge. Again, he does do firing demonstrations and stuff, but again, it's more one of those things you sort of watch and listen and learn if you really want to know about the more modern end of firearms. So between Small Arms Solutions and the Mishikawa channel, they really run the range from the late 1800s to today in really experienced and knowledgeable information. So definitely worth, again, checking both of those channels out. The next one, going into a different vein, is more of a lifestyle video, and this is She Equips Herself. One of the reasons I really like this channel is because I am a firearms retailer, and this year specifically, or I should say in 2020, I have been dealing with a lot of first-time, mainly female firearms enthusiasts and purchasers. So when people ask me about recommendation on different holsters or carrying, or ways to carry different firearms that women might be interested in, Of course, I myself am not a woman. There's only so much information I can provide in that regard. So I do often refer a lot of my female customers to this channel, as there is a lot of really good practical information and advice on how different women can carry different firearms in different practical ways. Also, she is, I believe it's her boyfriend who shows up on the channel, is a firearms instructor himself, so there's a lot of practical information on shooting techniques and things like that, again mainly geared around more of a female audience. So, and it is a channel I definitely refer a lot of my female customers to, and it's also a channel my wife likes to watch as well. So definitely, if you yourself are a woman, you're getting into shooting, or you know somebody, you have a family member who is a woman who might be getting into shooting, this is definitely a channel worth checking out. It's entertaining to watch and also very educational on an EDC or lifestyle basis for a female shooter, or even a novice male shooter as well. There's a lot of practical information there, so definitely worth checking out that channel. Another channel I really like, it's relatively new and relatively small, is Fudbusters. I would really like to see this channel grow. There are a lot of other political and legal type firearm channels that exist. I think the more the better. One of the gripes that I have with YouTube is, of course, trying to make the delineation between people who are genuinely trying to put out information that they know to be 100% factually true versus people who are putting out speculation. Either way, these types of videos do get a tremendous amount of views online. Sometimes I am worried that there can be a bit of misinformation. It is good to, and I don't mean that these other channels are doing it maliciously, but misinformation can still happen. It's good to have legal type people with their own channels who are examining what is going on in the community with these different laws that are passing. It is good to be aggressive on what is happening politically. It's also good to be rational and understand exactly what the threat is and what form it's taking, so we as a community can better address it. That's one thing I really like about this channel. It takes common misconceptions of things that are happening currently in real time as these things are coming through the pipeline and giving a very rational spin, very level-headed analysis and legal analysis on the things that are happening. So definitely a channel worth checking out. I think this channel has a lot of potential to grow and be a really good staple here in the Second Amendment community here on YouTube. So again, definitely worth checking out Fudbusters on YouTube. Okay, last but not least is a channel I've really been enjoying lately. This is 2AEDU. So he does a mix of both gun reviews and political commentary, mainly on a Friday night live stream that he does, and that's mainly what I watch or enjoy the most about his channel, and I definitely recommend you check it out. Now, as I just mentioned, yes, there are a lot of people in the YouTube firearm community who do make political type videos, and they themselves are not attorneys. There's nothing wrong with not being an attorney and putting out content, just so long as, and this is just my opinion, just so long as the whole purpose for making the video is not for the express purpose of gaining views or revenue. 2AEDU really walks the fine line of giving political information about things that are going on, but doing it in an open forum and conversational type way where he is valuing the opinions of all the different people, letting those come together and to form solutions, or at least a group of people who understand what is going on in the ways that they might be able to combat it locally. And I think that's a very level-headed and intelligent approach to the things that are happening, and also not at all divisive within this community, which we seem to see happening all the time, especially now. On the live streams, he gets hundreds of people together, different perspectives, different points of view. There's even been very high profile people on the streams, and of course he highlights all the different things people are saying. So I think he's doing a great job. I really enjoy those live streams. Friday nights, again, go check those out. You might enjoy watching them as well. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave it off with that. I just wanted to promote those channels. I think you guys might enjoy them if you go check them out. So again, links are down in the description. But I'm going to leave you guys off there. I'm Chris with Marksman Shooting Sports in Westfield, Indiana. You are watching Marksman TV, and I will see you next time.